Hey Hofstra fans, welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report here on GoHofstra.com. My name is Kevin Dexter, joined alongside, as always, by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride field hockey team, Angelis. Coach, thanks so much for the time. How are you?
I'm doing well.
This past week, Coach, your team goes 2-1, able to even up your record to 4-4 on the season, pick up 2 wins. You did lose the Saturday home game, but just first, overall, talk about the week and how you thought your team played.
I thought we had a great weekend, and I thought the first half of Yale, I thought we played very, very well, playing a little bit different type of team than we've faced earlier, but we adapted to our structure, and it was a little slow progress for us, but I think once the second half came around, we came out on fire, and I think during that halftime we talked a lot about how we have to be mentally and physically prepared for every game, and just a crucial letdown just for a moment can change a game. So we came back out in the second half, and I thought we did as well as we could. It was probably the best hockey that we were playing all year round, and unfortunately we couldn't finish with the win, but we came back with 3 goals, and I was really proud how we played against Yale.
In the first game this week, all the way back last Wednesday, the game up at Fairfield, you were able to come away with a victory in that one, and of course, that was your last road game before you finally got to play at home. How nice was it to pick up a win going into those 2 games at home now that you have the home stretch coming up?
Well, it's huge. I mean, anytime you win, it boosts your morale, your confidence, and it makes you believe that you're doing the right thing in practice and your training sessions. So obviously a win is huge, and it can keep our morale high, which is really important right now.
When you take a look at the statistics, not from just those 3 games, but really the entire season, Jenna Kovar and Chrissy Elaine have really had outstanding seasons offensively, but what else have they done, not just on the stat sheet, to kind of help this team along and lead you guys to victories?
Well, they're both strong leaders, and on and off the field. And this year in particular, we have a very strong, influential senior class, and that's bringing really to the team a strong mental toughness and a core that we have to. We really have to use that to our advantage, and we are doing that right now, and trying to find out how can we use this influential group into a positive demeanor for the team. So those are things that are taking some time to work itself out, but as you can see in the past 8 games, it just gets stronger and stronger, and it's bringing more players into a leadership role, which is exciting and very important to us.
The game on Sunday, you pick up a win over Rider. Of course, a little bit of a rivalry between you and Rider. How much did you have going into that game, especially with the short turnaround? You had Yale the day before, and then no days really to prepare for Rider, knowing that it was a rivalry game. Did that change your approach at all?
Well, number one, I think for us, our schedule has been tough, and there's nothing to hide in that. Our training sessions are tough, and our schedule is tough. Having 8 games in just less than 3 weeks is a lot to play, and it really goes to show. I felt mental toughness is what was the most important thing that really showed on Sunday after being the 3rd game of the week, and really proving that we can persevere, that we are getting fit, and that was one of the issues early in the season. Are we fit? Can we play 3 games in a week, and can we play back-to-back? So I think what was exciting to see is that our training sessions and the schedule really did go in our favor, and we were able to perform, and especially and certainly the second half of Rider, which I was most happy with our team's performance, and to put in 5 goals against a team, a very strong team, and the last several years they've had to play into the NCAA tournament, so it was exciting, and it's a huge quality win for us.
Michaela Gallagher with a hat trick in that game. At times last year she struggled towards the end of the season. She played very well, started to come on offensively. Do you see this as her starting to come on offensively this year with the hat trick and starting to produce a little bit more?
Well, I think the thing to look at is that last year we had a difficult year with injuries. We also were quite young with 17 sophomores and freshmen, and she's someone who has the talent, she has the caliber of play, and again, it's about teamwork. And now that our team is stronger, it's really showing. And Michaela is if not the strongest tactical player on the field. And now with our team being strong, it's helping those players. And simple reason why we're putting a lot of goals in the net. But we're expecting that from Michaela, and she has extraordinary scoring ability. And I know that this past game was a huge confidence booster for her, and it really, just her goals alone, they were fantastic goals and well-deserved goals. And again, she's someone who puts a lot of pressure on herself every game and every training session, and as you can see, it pays off, and they were just outstanding goals, and we're excited for her for what she did over the weekend.
And of course, another storyline in that game against Rider, your freshman, Marta Paynes, her sister as a sophomore for Rider. How cool was it to see that little addition to the rivalry that the two sisters
Right.
got to play with each other.
That was a lot of fun. We really enjoy playing the Rider team in general. We have a great respect for their program and their coaching staff and the players that they bring in, and they're a fantastic team. And to have both of them on the field at the same time, it was a lot of fun for us, and I know it was for the team, and certainly for the Pennises and the family to have them play against each other. And I'm sure she cheered her sister on when she put in that goal at the end of the first half. But it was exciting, and we're looking forward to continuing playing them.
And taking a look towards this week, your final real non-conference two-dumps before you start conference season next week. 3 games at home and another short turnaround, just a couple of days that you guys had in between that game against Sunday against Rider and today's game coming up against Columbia. What do you focus on with such a short turnaround to get the team ready?
Well, again, just like I said last week, I think the important thing was to see how the scheduling was going to pan out, and we hoped, and like I said, and really our training sessions in and around playing so many games, the training times are a little bit limited now because now you have to prepare for the next game, and you really do have to recover. And I think what is great and what we've learned is that we did do this last week, and we did show that in our 3rd game of the week we can come with all this energy and all this zeal and bring it to the last game of the week. I know we can do it this week, and this is just the start of that. So I imagine today we're going to have a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and we're looking forward to a good game today.
Taking on Columbia today, Siena and Albany later in the weekend. With just those 3 games before Old Dominion, of course, lurking next week and conference season starting, do you feel like you're comfortable with where your team is at right now? Any changes you're thinking you're going to make to the lineup, different things you're going to try in these games before conference season starts?
Well, we're going to always continue to try some different things, and today this is a very solid team. They're very well coached. They have a lot of structure, and they're very disciplined. And for us, we really need to focus on one game at a time. And as much as we continue to look towards Siena, number 16 Albany, and on to Old Dominion, it's real important that we take one game at a time and not try to look too far ahead. It's like I said all the time. It's in the back of our mind, Old Dominion, CAA. But for us, I think we have to keep all our emotions and everything in today's game, and then go on from there.
And you look a little bit further at the Siena and Albany matchup, another 2 tough teams, like you mentioned, Albany, number 16 in the country. Is that something you're looking at as definite morale boost if you're able to play a solid effort and maybe pick up a win against them going into the game against Albany?
Oh, absolutely. Our schedule has a lot of, our non-conference schedule boosts a lot in the top 20. And for us, it's been a huge motivator, and even since UConn and Stanford, and to know that we can play at that level, and that's what scheduling is about. Playing teams that are ranked in the top 20, even the top 4 and 5, as you can see, it's really important for our team to come out with the intensity and to play a game that's ranked in the top 20. I think it's something that really brings out a lot in your program, and it's working now. And so I'm excited of how our intensity has continued.
And Coach, of course, a big focus on this afternoon's game against Columbia. Before we let you go, what do you think the key is going to be? What are you guys looking to do today against Columbia and, of course, all weekend to pick up a couple of wins?
Well, I think obviously we have to continue to finish in the circle, and we are doing that. I think we definitely need to execute our penalty corners as well as field goals. And secondly, and I probably should have said this first, it's really our defense and our team defense. And that's one thing right now that we are still really focusing on. It's something that's not going to change, but it's really important that in order for us to compete at the next level, we must all be on the same page with our defense and our defensive structure. And so that's something we're going to continue to focus on and hope it can come together soon.
All right, well, Coach, your team in action today, 4 o'clock at home against Columbia. Good luck, and good luck against Siena and Albany later this weekend.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report here on GoHofstra.com.